What's going on, guys? ChillisFM here, and I have brought Bronzong to the Remix Cup, and I'm just gonna say it. It's an absolute beast. It beats all the Charmers, it beats Altaria, it beats Medicham, and you know Medicham is everywhere right now. And it even does pretty good against Bastiodon, which is the other Pokemon that you're definitely seeing everywhere. I've been happily surprised with how well Bronzong has been performing in the Remix Cup. It's just such a bulky Pokemon, and it has a really good defensive typing. It's helping me win so many leads, and yeah, I mean, you're gonna see it. I'm gonna stop talking. Leave a like, subscribe. Let's get into the battles. In my first battle, I'm up against a Hypno lead. That's not the best for Bronzong because a lot of Hypnos either have Fire Punch or Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball's a little bit more common, but this time he didn't even build up to Shadow Ball. So I'm thinking maybe this is just a Thunder Punch. I'm going to risk it, and it is the Fire Punch. So it hurts, but Bronzong's bulky enough to tank it. Now I'm going to overfarm and I'm going to catch the next Fire Punch. I used the knowledge that he normally throws when he gets to his charge moves, and that's why I was able to perfectly catch this Fire Punch. It does nothing to Rainy Cast for him, and he's staying in, so I'm going to go ahead and go for the Weather Ball, see if he wants to shield this or take the chunk of damage. He does want to shield it, so he's going to be able to get to another punch here, and I'm expecting this to be Thunder Punch. Most Hypnos do have Thunder Punch, but it's another Fire Punch, so I don't know what the second move this Hypno has is, but I'm going to go ahead and go for a Weather Ball, try to get this Hypno on out of here. He eats it, and then I'm able to Water Gun down before he's able to throw anything else. We'll see what he brings in next. He might be weak to Rainy Cast form in the back since he never swapped out of the Hypno, and he brings in a Whiscash. And I'm thinking if Whiscash is your best answer to Rainy Cast form, you must be real weak in the back. And I bring in Bronzong. He swaps into a Bastiodon. I'm going for the double super effective Bulldoze here. We'll see if it lands. It does land. Takes out half of Bastiodon's health. Considering it's a double super effective move, I would expect it to do a little bit more, but Bulldoze just isn't a very good move. It is what it is. Still, it's good for coverage. Scrafty comes in, able to farm down the Bastiodon, and all he has left now is the Whiscash. I'm going to go straight for the foul play here. I'm expecting him to actually back out at some point because I still have a shield. I have a full health Scrafty, and I have some health still on my Rainy Cast form. So this is pretty much game over at this point, but this guy wants to play it out, and you know what? I respect that. I have won so many games because I thought they were over, but I said, you know what? Let's play him out, and found the win con. This one's pretty cut and dry, unfortunately for this guy. I'm going to be able to get to this next foul play, and that's going to be a GG's. Well played to my opponent. Moving into the next matchup, I'm up against a Whimsicott lead, which is an amazing lead for Bronzong, going to be resisting the Charms along with all the charge moves. They swap into Lickitung, and I love Lickitung, but I have a hard answer for it with Scrafty. I'm doing super effective damage with the counters while I'm resisting all the licks. He is going to hit me with some body slams, but they don't do too much. I'm going to build up a lot of energy before I throw a power-up punch, and the reason is I want to be able to come out of this fight with energy. So I'm going to throw it now, and I should be able to farm up quite a bit. Unfortunately, they do get to an additional body slam, and that's going to put me in range that one charm is going to kill Scrafty more than likely. So I'm going to be able to throw one foul play if Whimsicott comes back in, but they actually bring in Medicham. So they wanted to get energy on their Medicham, but I don't think they realized how much energy I had on my Scrafty, because I'm going to be able to get to 2 boosted foul plays, and this is going to do a lot of damage. Yeah, they eat it. They should have definitely shielded that second one, but I just don't think they knew I had that much energy. I'm able to come in with Cast Form, Water Gun down, and I'm able to align Bronzong with this Whimsicott. Such a good matchup for Bronzong. Now the charms are still chunking even though they are resisted, so I am going to have to throw charge moves at some point, get the shields off this Whimsicott. They're throwing at me. Again, everything's resisted, but I have to use my shields at some point as well, so I'm going to go ahead and shield this up, and I'm going to be able to get to one more Psyshock, and at this point they realize that the game is over, that there's no win con for them, and they just let it go through. So GG's, well played to my opponent. Alright, moving into the next matchup, up against Blade Dragon. 2-3 3-3. I didn't read it quick enough. Anyways, he brings a Metacham lead. That's not a terrible lead for Bronzong. I do have to watch out for Dynamic Punch, but most Metachams nowadays are running Ice Punch and Psychic. Psychic is double resistant, Ice Punch is single resisted, and that is the moveset that this guy is running. So I'm going to go for the Psyshock here. This will be hitting him for neutral as well, but it does a chunk of damage. He does decide to shield, so that's fine. I can go for another Psyshock here. We'll see if he wants to double shield or if he's going to let this one go through. And he lets it go through, puts him very low. Now he is throwing at me. I know it's going to be an Ice Punch. I decide I'm just going to let Bronzong go. However, the Ice Punch does not kill me, and I'm able to get the simultaneous KO. That is amazing because of now I have shield advantage, but I do have to kind of guess on the switch here. I bring in Scrafty. He brings in a Sableye, Purified Sableye. I have to watch out for the return here, but I can go straight for the foul play. Since I am ahead on shields, I don't expect him to shield the foul play, and he doesn't. It goes through. That's beautiful. Now they're throwing. I think they probably only got one chance to land the return. I'm going to go ahead and shield, and we shield the return. That's great. I'm going to go ahead and come in with Rainy Cast Form, get ahead on energy. He comes in with Bastiodon. Bastiodon just has nowhere to go with this team, honestly. It does win against Bronzong, but being able to land that double super effective bulldoze is just, you know, it's very threatening for the Bastiodon. So that's one of the strengths of this team, and there's a lot of Bastiodon out there, so it really puts you in a good situation when they have Bastiodon. Anyways, I'm going to shield up the Stone Edge here. I'm going to be able to farm down this Bastiodon, and then I have a Weather Ball ready to go for this Sableye. Sableye is so low. I honestly shouldn't have even thrown this. I should have just gone for the farm down, but I didn't know how much energy Sableye had, and I'm going to come in with Scrafty and just counter down, letting them know that there's just no way that they were going to flip that at that point. So GG's, well played to my opponent. All right, moving into the next battle, we are up against a Victory Bell lead, which is an amazing lead for Bronzong, going to be doing super effective damage with the Confusions. They swap out into a Deoxys. Now I want to see what this Deoxys has. I want to see if they have Thunderbolt or if they don't. Victory Bell can tank it. And yeah, they do have Thunderbolt. That's fine. I'm going to go ahead and bring in Rainy Cast Form, but at least I have the knowledge that they can hit me with this Thunderbolt now. So I'm going to go for the Weather Ball here. We'll see if they want to eat it. They do eat it, but it doesn't do that much. Defense Deoxys, surprisingly, has a very high defense stat. Still, I think I can take a Thunderbolt, and it puts me pretty low. Hopefully I can Water Gun down. I do not want to lose alignment here, and I'm able to with just a sliver of health left on my Rainy Cast Form. This is an XL Rainy Cast Form, so that is definitely why I got there. But now I have a Weather Ball, so I can at least chip away at the Victory Bell here. It's not going to do too much, but Victory Bell is pretty classy, so it does hurt. And they're able to Razor Leaf me down, but I can bring Bronzong back in. They swap out into a Bastiodon. You know, I'm going for the double super effective bulldoze, and it lands. Beautiful. Now I can bring in Scrafty and completely farm this Bronzong down. I'm really not worried about anything that he throws here, but at the same time, it's Victory Bell in the back. There's no reason for me not to shield. So I do shield, and now I can just go straight power up punch against this Victory Bell. He has to use his shield at some point, and or his shields. He just still had 2 shields. I'm gonna build up to the foul play, but really this power punch is just gonna ramp up my attack and really do a lot of damage to this Victory Bell. I'm gonna save my shield for Bronzong, and they realize that there's no win con because I'm gonna make it to another power punch anyways. So that's gonna be a GG's. Well played to my opponent. All right, moving into the final battle, I have Bronzong up against a Tropius lead. That's a beautiful lead for Bronzong, guys. Bronzong was just winning all the leads today. It felt so good. And being an ABC team instead of an ABB team, you can just stay in and play them out. So it's just so beautiful. I just, you know, it melts my heart. Anyway, I'm just kidding. Anyways, they are staying in, which means they're probably weak to Bronzong in the back. I am gonna go for the Psyshock here. At this point, I'm considering shielding, but at the same time, these Leaf Blades just don't do anything, so there's just no reason to. They do swap out into Defense Form Deoxys. Now this time I am low enough that I cannot survive a Thunderbolt, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw this Bulldoze, and I am going to dip into Rainy Cast Form. Now I am going to keep in mind that they might have Thunderbolt. Do I call it here? I do call it, and it's the Rock Slide. Beautiful. They're going to get to another move here. Now this cannot be another rock slide. This is going to be a psycho boost. So now they are debuffed and I can farm up quite a bit. I'm going to throw after 4 counters. It takes them 5 to get to psycho boost. I just wasn't sure who won CMP for sure. So I was going to go ahead and throw my weather ball, take them out, and I'm going to be able to make it to another weather ball on this Tropius. It's not going to do much. It's resisted. Tropius is bulky. Rainy Castworm's fairly bulky, but at least it chips away a little bit. They air slash me down, and I realize that I'm in a little bit of a pickle here. I am going to come in with Bronzong, get them to throw their energy, and now Scrafty can come in and actually do some work. They decide to immediately swap into Politoed. Now Scrafty definitely wins this in the one shield even by going straight power up punch. I'm going to let the first weather ball come through, and now I'm going to go power up punch, start ramping up my attack. I don't ever want to go foul play because I don't want them to feel like they ever have a reason to use their shield. If I can get them to save that shield, that's perfectly fine with me. So I am going to shield up this weather ball at this point, and I'm almost at another power up punch. I'm going to throw it immediately. They're probably going to let this one through. They're probably going to shield the last power up punch if they shield at all, but I might be able to just farm down after this. And here is where I make my mistake. I'm thinking that Tropius might have energy, and I no shield this, and it puts me pretty low. So now Tropius comes in and the air slashes are hurting. I'm able to farm down, but I should have thrown this power up punch at some point as well because they're able to mud shot me down as I counter them down. So it's a tie. Still, GG's. Well played to my opponent, guys. This team just felt so strong today. It helped me climb a lot of the points that I have lost running some Spice, and I'm back up at 2880 right now, so I'm getting close to Legend. Hopefully I'll be there soon. Maybe I'll stick to this team. I'm probably going to start running some more Spice, to be honest, so subscribe if you want to see some more Spice. It's going to be coming. I don't know why I'm even joking. Like, I'm going to actually just stick to this team. I'm going to be running Spice this weekend, so make sure you subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this video or found it useful in any way. Hit that like button. But that is it for today. So this is ChillisFM wishing you good luck in your battles.